guys have Minnesota sports flowing in their veins. Mackey and Judd on Score North and ScoreNorth.com.
Write this down. Write it down. You like writing things down.
Write that down. I don't have a pencil. Well, remember that. Write that down.
Yes, welcome in to the OG version of Write That Down on Minnesota Sports with Mackey and Judd. This version goes back to 2018 with statistics. It goes back to 2016 or 15 in principle, and it's the only show in America that actually keeps track of predictions with statistics. You know, we're not just out there throwing stuff into the wind and hoping that it goes away. We are owning our incorrect predictions. If you missed, by the way, the Purple Daily edition, one of the great performances in Write That Down history by Declan Goff. You must acknowledge him.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was magnificent, man. I won't spoil the whole thing, so go check it out. But over here, we've got some Vikings draft stuff mixed in, but also a lot of Twins, Timberwolves predictions. So how we feeling here, gentlemen? This is one of the most exciting weeks in recent Minnesota sports history, by the way. A 9-game winning streak by the Twins, Vikings drafting J.J. McCarthy, Timberwolves winning a playoff series.
I can't wait to watch the Twins games.
Oh, we'll get into that on the Score North Twin Show.
I'm so excited. 10 in a row today. I just got a note from Bally's saying, don't forget to tune in.
Are you okay, Declan?
Yeah, did you guys hear that?
I heard a whine from Vinny.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at I was looking at a different tab, and Vinny just stealthily came up behind me and went, oh. And now he's pissed. Now he's just chilling on the bed.
Look at him.
But my God, it scared the living crap out of me.
Dude, he's pissed about the Twins Bally situation too, man.
Yeah,
I just want to watch my Twins.
That's what.
I just want to watch that Trevor Larnach.
Who else?
Trevor Larnach?
Was it Carlos Correa?
You want direct?
Was it Carlos
I
Correa?
don't blame Vinny.
The face he's giving me right now is just like, what is wrong with you?
Well, he's the one that whined. He started it.
Oh my God.
It's easy to scare Declan.
Yes, it is. I'm startled very easily. I don't like being startled.
Just constantly nervous. Okay, here's how Write That Down works. 3 predictions from everybody each week. They must be quantifiable predictions. We keep track of batting averages and home runs. And listeners, if you want to be like Josh and participate on the show as a guest predictor, you can send Declan a message through the Score North app. That's the best way to send us emails, feedback for Feedback Friday on Purple Daily, et cetera, et cetera. So let's get into the accountabilities here, starting with Judd. A little mixed bag here, but mostly, I think, pretty good for your batting average.
I'll take this how I'm doing. Yeah, I'll take this.
We'll start with the bad. You said the Wolves would lose Game 3, win Game 4, and then win Game 5.
Don't feel bad about that. Very plausible.
That still would have been a dominant series, even if it had played out that way.
Exactly.
You said the Commanders would find a way to get the number 1 pick in the draft. You said old Finchie would be the NBA Coach of the Year. He finished as a finalist, but...
Yeah, discussion to be had about if he was robbed, but that's okay.
Yep. You said the Wolves will end the regular season with at least 10 games on national TV, and I believe we were only counting TNT and ESPN in that, not NBA TV.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think my math was correct that they came up short of 10. They only had like 4 or 5 scheduled at the beginning of the year. I think they got a couple extra ones.
That's a travesty.
Yeah. I mean, they've had more in the playoffs already, pretty much, than...
That won't happen again next season, not with Anthony Edwards.
No. Who, by the way, I saw a thing yesterday. Apparently, he has gained, like, the most Instagram followers of any NBA player since the playoffs. Like, the world discovering Anthony Edwards over the last 2 weeks is fun to watch.
Yep.
When does our classic Minnesota sports nervousness and angst of him going to a different market start to set in?
There's no question about it.
Because you know that Knicks fans are always doing that stuff, right?
This is why, boys. This is why.
Is that the Jazz? Oh, man.
That's it right there. That's right. Giveaway. But
God,
it's great.
that's amazing.
It's a great photo.
Just absolutely destroying a Jazz player. You did say the Wolves would beat the Suns in round 1.
Yep.
Judd said Griffin Jacks will have 3 or more saves before Duran returns. He had 4.
And when I still liked him, I got this right.
Dude, you said before the season.
Yeah.
You said Carlos Santana will have 4 or more home runs in the month of April. He had 0 on April 25th.
Was that Can I ask a question? Was that close to being a home run prediction?
I mean, if you had made it last week when he had 0, yes. But you're basically saying he'd have, what, like a 20 to 25 home run pace for the season.
Here's to you, Carlos.
Never a doubt. Judd never doubted this guy.
Your biggest supporter. I wish I could watch you. Can't watch anymore, so bye.
Okay, mixed bag for me here.
Okay.
I said I thought that Luka Garza would be part of the victory lap in garbage time when the Wolves clinched the series against the Suns. The Suns put up a fight, even though they probably had tee times booked. I said Luka Garza would score the final points of the series. Naz Reid will hit at least 4 3-pointers in games 3 or 4. He did not. I said the exact quarterback draft order would be Caleb Williams, Jaden McDaniels, Drake May. Okay, here we go. Feeling good. Yeah. JJ McCarthy, Michael Penix, and Bo Nix. Falcons
said no.
There's also some reports out there that, like, Pelissero filled in for Rich Eisen yesterday and floated some interesting things. Like, he said the Vikings definitely tried to get Drake May, but then they moved to their second plan of not giving up all their first-round picks.
Sure.
But he said they had Michael Penix and J.J. McCarthy very close on their board, like McCarthy slightly above Penix.
Yep.
So there's a world in which the Falcons could have done what they did with J.J. McCarthy, and the Vikings would have picked Michael Penix instead.
I think this was his tweet that said that they actually, the reason why they traded up to 10 was once Penix went, they're like, okay, we're not going to have a team now jump us and get McCarthy.
Yeah. But then there's video of, like, the Jets war room, and I haven't watched the whole thing, but people are saying that there was absolutely no evidence of any other team jumping the Vikings, but I'm still okay with it. Just, hey,
exactly.
Just
be safe.
Here's a mid-round pick. I said Carlos Santana will have a go-ahead home run in the 8th inning or later in March or April. He did have an 8th inning home run against the White Sox last week, but the Twins, I believe, were already up 4-2 in that game. Yeah. So, on the positive side, I said there'd be at least 8 offensive linemen drafted in the first round, or 9 or 10. Twins would get back to 500 at some point this season. Judd scoffed at me.
Yeah,
it took like a week.
It happened right away.
And then I said a home run here. The Wolves would win game 1 against the Suns, and they would win the series, despite being underdogs. Mm-hmm. So there you have it. Okay, listeners, mostly good here for the listeners.
Whoa, all right.
Nice week. Oh, boy.
Look at this, dude. So Eric, we'll start with the bet. Eric said Vikings will move up in the draft and draft a quarterback, which they did, and their next 4 picks afterward would be all defense. Chase said the Vikings will draft at least 2 non-FBS players. They drafted 1. Gavin said Vikings trade up to number 2. And then in another prediction, Vikings will draft Jaden Daniels. Gavin was trying to manifest something there.
Heart was in the right place for Gavin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But on the positive side, Lane said the Vikings will have at least 2 picks in the first round of the draft. Andrew with a home run here said the Wolves will sweep their first round playoff series.
Oh God, yeah. Well, that's a shot,
dude. Andrew,
that's a snow in Boston shot.
Riley said Vikings will move at least 2 first round picks in this year's draft. They did. They moved the 11 and the 23 to get to 10 and 17. Brandon said Vikings draft a quarterback first round. The other Thor said by the end of the NFL draft, the Vikings will have fewer picks for the 2025 draft than they made for the 24 draft. Well, they only have 3 picks now for the 25 draft.
Nice.
And then Michael said the Vikings will draft a skill position player in the first round. I believe we're counting quarterback as skill position player. And more defensive players than offensive players. Which, actually, you know what? Hold on a second.
Touchdown, right?
Let me do the math on that again, though. Dallas Turner, Kyrie Jackson.
What are you doing?
Oh, he might not have hit the second part of this. I might have been.
They went quarterback, edge, cornerback.
2 offensive linemen, though.
Kicker, offensive lineman, defensive tackle. Yeah, so they only drafted 2.
Oh, boy.
They only drafted 3 defensive players, 3 offensive players, and a special teams player.
Yeah, I got to go up and change that one to a no. Let me see here. Vikings will draft a skill position player. Sorry, Michael. Sorry, buddy.
Wow.
Got to kill your dreams here in the spreadsheet.
What a way to do it.
It's going to go change
Right
that to a no right there.
Right on the show, Michael.
Yeah, otherwise, I'm going to forget to do it later.
Michael, I'm sorry.
Okay, let's go to Declan here. 3 things came off the board, all bad.
There's not a second page, right?
There's not a second page for this one, unfortunately. You said Naz Reid will drop at least 20 points in a game against the Suns.
Not a great
Byron Buxton will have multiple home runs by this week's Write That Down.
This is correct.
And then this last one's correct. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's incorrectly color coded. It is correct in the spreadsheet.
Okay.
Wolves finish the series in 5 games or less. Let me just make sure this is correct in the spreadsheet. I'm telling you guys, these like post big event, I need to do better. Usually I allot like an hour and a half for the Write That Down sessions, but after like the seasons are over and the draft is over, it gets aggressive. So here are the stats. They're actually slightly incorrect because of a couple Macadac user spreadsheet errors. Listeners are up to...
Oh my God.
Dude, the listeners are dominating here. It's actually 393.
Okay.
Declan is at 394 with that other correct prediction that we're swapping. So it's very close. You guys are both hitting almost 400. I'm at 378. Judd is at 250. And then the home run stats are correct on this page. I'll show you the career stats, which are mostly correct here. Declan, right around 360. He leads everyone in batting average. Judd with 318 hits leads everyone. And listeners with 57 career home runs.
Shout out to the listeners, though. This was a rare time that they moved to the top of the table.
Yeah, big time performance by the listeners here. No pressure on guest listener predictor Josh.
Don't screw it up, Josh.
Here. Did you come in looking for home runs or batting average?
I think when I was making my predictions last night, I was going to do, the building up to a home run. But I think my predictions are all kind of, I don't know, medium. The last one's definitely a home run about J.J. McCarthy. But
Okay. So welcome to the show here, Josh. Give us some background. When did you become a Minnesota sports fan? What hooked you in?
Yeah, so pretty much everyone in my family is from Minnesota. I'm a military kid, though, so I was the only one who moved out of the state.
Yeah.
But definitely maintained being a fan. There's baby pictures of me with my grandpa, wearing Vikings gear. So I've been lifelong. I follow the Timberwolves and stuff too, and obviously went to a lot of Twins games growing up when I'd visit Minnesota. But yeah, and my earliest memory I'd say is watching Vikings Seahawks game. I was in about middle school. Thought, this is a chip shot. He's gonna make it.
Oh.
And then I kicked a hole in my bedroom wall when that happened.
Oh no, dude.
How'd the parents take that?
Well, I learned how to plaster a wall that next week. So.
Okay.
That's actually a good life lesson. You became a handyman after Blair Walsh helped you become a handyman.
Yeah,
the moral of this story.
I got some work at my place too. If you just want to drop by, I got some plastering that definitely could be done.
Well, Josh waits until a devastating Vikings moment.
Well, that's okay. Right. We'll find one. I'll show you the 98 miss, the Favre pick in 09. I'll just replay those, and you can put holes in the walls and then fix them. Better than ever for me.
Sounds good.
A great team. So before we start, and we're going to go around the room, Josh, Judd, Declan, me, we'll make 3 trips. Something really cool happened this week, gentlemen. We have a listener, Alex Kaiser, and his fiancee, Ellie, are getting married on June 8th, 2024. And they have sent us, the show here, 2 things in the mail. Number 1, an invite to the wedding.
Awesome.
All 3 of us are invited to the wedding.
That's nice.
It's in, I won't give away all the details here, but it is in Fargo, North Dakota on June 8th.
Okay.
Which, dude, I swear to God, that's probably too far to, especially with the Timberwolves being in the NBA Finals at that point, almost certainly. If this was in the Twin Cities, Alex, Ellie, I think Declan and I for sure would be cutting a rug at that reception.
I'd go. I'd definitely go.
Judd, would you go?
I'm busy that weekend.
Of course. So congratulations to Ellie and Alex and your families. But also, I'm just going to read the note here for Mackey, Judd, Declan, the rest of the crew. Cue the ode to joy. Get the flag. We're getting married.
Let's go.
Oh, I don't even know where the flag is right now.
What?
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Well, I brought it home from the draft party. I threw it in my stuff.
Always be ready.
Here we go.
Always be ready.
There you go.
You got to give me a heads up before the show starts. Get the flag.
And here's the heads up.
We have to give you a heads up.
Be ready for every show to have the flag.
Yep,
be ready.
Yep. All right.
So Alex actually has, well, the Kaisers, they went together on this. They have a few write that down predictions that I do think we should log here.
Okay.
So number one is the Wolves will be, the day after their wedding is game 2 of the NBA Finals. And the write that down is Wolves game 2 Finals, June 9th. They will be playing in game 2 of the Finals.
Okay.
You could just say the Kaisers.
Yep.
The second one is the Twins will be number 1 in the Central on June 8th, the day of their wedding.
Okay.
And then the third prediction is just Naz Reid.
Naz Reid.
I don't know that we can log that one. It's just Naz Reid is the third prediction. So the Kaisers, congratulations. Thank you for the invite. Just so you can save a couple bucks on the plates. I don't think we can make it to Fargo, but if anyone's getting married in the metro area and you'd like to offer up an invite.
The show is obligated now to send a gift, though.
Yeah, we do have the registry here.
Is this a curb?
Yep,
it's
a
very situation.
The Kaisers. Let me just say this: good on you. You're very savvy. We are now obligated to send you a gift of some sort.
This is a curb.
Judd, can we trust you to handle going? I'll give you the registry.
Oh God, no! I got stuff going on. I can't.
Okay, I'll handle.
I can't. I'm sorry, but yeah, I send them something nice. I don't have to sign it, but sign my name. If you'd be so kind, just put it on. Best wishes, Judd.
Best wishes, Sports Dad.
Best wishes.
But there's no
okay.
Many years of happiness.
So congratulations to the Kaisers. Okay, let's go back here. Josh, you're going to be first out of the gate, making your first prediction. Fire away, sir. What do you got for us?
Okay, so first, I've heard a lot of people making predictions about the Falcons game this year. So I'm hopping on that train. When the Minnesota Vikings play the Atlanta Falcons, Kirk Cousins will record at least 2 turnovers. So interceptions, fumbles.
Yeah. I love it. All this Kirk obsession.
You know what?
He's
Come
Kirk
aboard.
obsessed.
Come aboard. The Kirk hate boat. It's open for business now.
I've been at peace with this for several weeks now, and you guys just continue to look backwards. I'm a look forward guy myself.
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic.
I'm not looking back on it, badly, but I think Flores is just gonna, he knows how Kirk's work. I think he's gonna send the house on him.
How about Zimmer when the Cowboys play the Falcons?
Oh man,
just all out blitzes.
Kirk will dissect that if you do all out blitzes.
Yeah, he'll dissect it as he's getting off the turf.
I'm here to defend
Kirk. Or maybe not.
Okay. Kirk against pressure is
medic.
You like writing things down.
Medic.
Okay. Judd, your first prediction.
All right, I'm gonna. People laugh the first time. They're not gonna laugh this time, and if they do, I don't care. The Timberwolves will win their second round playoff series. They're going to beat the Nuggets. They're going to beat the Nuggets.
Some people are saying that this is basically the Western Conference Finals. I'm not ready to go quite that far.
Beat the Nuggets.
Dallas is but Dallas. I mean, the Clippers and Dallas are in a war right now.
Yeah.
And I think the Wolves actually match up pretty well, all things considered, against. Because Dallas and the Clippers have these like isolation scorers that you can just put like Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Jaden Daniels on.
But
Jaden McDaniels.
but the thing with Denver is they've got the same type of depth problems Phoenix had. Like if you look at their box scores, like the Wolves roll people at you. They roll players at you.
Mm-hmm.
The Nuggets rely on a very specific group. They have a very certain group, a very specific group of players. But after that, like if you start to wear them down, they don't have a lot of guys that they can bring from a depth standpoint, as far as I can tell from their box scores.
Yeah, we will. So we're going to do a flagrant house today, and we're going to get in. I have a take kind of similar to what you just said about like last year compared to this year. So flagrant house, check that out today.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Declan.
I have a Wolves prediction too, but I want to save it just in case I get sniped here. I'm going to make a Twins prediction first. Write this down. The Twins will add some type of sausage promotion at Target Field before the regular season ends. I'm defining sausage promotion as the following: either a giveaway of some sort or a new food promotion.
Yeah, okay.
Like we'll know it. We'll know it. It won't be like something
when
that
you see it.
Know it when you see it.
We leave the sausage out for 2 weeks and then serve it up to the fans. It's called the best weight loss program in the history of the world. Food poisoning.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, the Twins PR department did send out a tweet a couple days ago that like we've been in sausage related meetings, so it's something is brewing.
Yeah. Yeah. How about instead of that, you go into the cable provider discussions and help out with that.
Yeah, we'll also be talking about that.
I'm sorry. I'm so
fired up.
Show.
I'm fired up. I'm seeing red today.
Write this down.
Speaking of seeing red,
Pissed.
the Twins have one more game against the White Sox, which, write this down, they will win today, extending the winning streak to 10.
Yep.
And they will beat the Red Sox in the first game of that series. The winning streak will be at least 11 games before it comes to an end. At least 11 games for the Minnesota Twins. Bailey Ober on the mound today. I'm a little nervous because it's Chris Paddock on the mound Friday night at Target Field, but I think fans are going to come pouring back a little bit. Hopefully the weather is a little bit nicer as we
Friday will be nice. Friday will be nice. I will be in a great state for my bachelor party this weekend, so I don't know what state I will be in by the time first pitch rolls around when I'm across the border, but that Red Sox team, at least, did they win? They won 3 in a row. They won 7 of the last 10.
Yeah,
so the
they're
Red Sox
they're
come
17 and 13 on the season. The Red Sox, the Sox.
It'll be nice.
It's a formidable team.
It'll be nice for the Twins to get back to playing teams that probably test them a bit more, just to see what this all means.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, it means that like you're
in good shape.
You're healthy. You're safe.
Yeah,
like you're not.
Yeah. Exactly.
They have a pretty big stretch here, to be honest. They have Boston, Seattle, Toronto, Yankees, Cleveland. So I mean, they're going to play some good teams now over the next.
Play some 500 ball.
Good.
Keep it steady. Don't rattle off 6 straight losses.
Write this down.
Okay, back to Josh. Second prediction.
All right, for my second prediction, I'm going Timberwolves with this one. Ant's been really hot, so I think that I was going to make that Anthony Edwards will score at least 40 points in a game against the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's just making all the right plays too. That's the thing. He's not forcing it.
Write this down.
So much fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Judd?
Austin Martin will be back with the Twins before the end of May.
Before the end of May.
Before the end of May. Just sent down a couple of days ago. Clearly, the way Miranda hit the ball against the Angels, they liked. But, I mean, Austin Martin did nothing to get sent down. It's not like he was struggling. It's not. So, I like how he plays, and I think he brings an element to the lineup that might be missing a bit without him. So, I think he will be back before the end of May.
Okay. Yeah, he's fun.
Write this down.
He's a fun player. Declan?
I'll make a Twins roster decision too, and this is just me. I'm not reporting. I have no sources on this. I'm just making a prediction here. Cody Funderburk will be sent down when Justin Topa is activated. Topa pitched yesterday, I believe, with St. Paul, and his velocity actually was still a little down. Now he's only thrown like outside of a bullpen session 2 or 3 times in the last 6 weeks, so I'm not too concerned with the velocity necessarily. But I believe Cody Funderburk will be the man squeezed out of here, mostly because of options. There's already 2 more lefties in the bullpen. I think he's the odd man out here. So Cody Funderburk will be sent down when Justin Topa is activated.
Okay. Gave up the home run last night.
Down.
Yeah, I think he probably is gone.
Okay. Okay, write this down. Judd made the same prediction he made before the Sun series. I'm going to make the same prediction as well. I'm going to keep it going here. The Wolves take game 1, and this time it'll be on the road. They aren't going to. They're going to go in and they're going to. Remember, wasn't it last year game 1? They just got completely smoked. They were just unprepared entirely. They were down by like 25 points or something.
Yes.
They will learn a lesson with a week to prepare for the altitude. We'll have to see where Chris Finch is. I think he's going to travel. He's getting surgery today.
But
we'll
Jaden's
see.
back now, too, so that should definitely be a help in game one as well.
Compared to last year? Yeah, Naz Reid did not play.
Naz. Yeah, exactly.
So I think the Wolves are going to ambush the Nuggets, win game one, and win the series. We'll take it series by series here, but if they beat the Nuggets in this series, it is... And by the way,
it's on.
I don't want to get too far ahead. Porzingis just strained his calf and is going to be out for like 2 to 3 weeks minimum on the other side of the bracket, Eastern Conference side. If you can get past the Nuggets, there's a chance you are the favorite to win the NBA championship going into Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, I heard somebody on an ESPN NBA show yesterday basically saying that the Wolves were one of the teams Boston wouldn't match up well against.
Yeah, well,
I don't know Boston's going to make it for sure.
Dude, Boston, first of all, that game at Target Center early in the season was interesting. Now, White didn't play in that game.
Correct.
But then when the Wolves went to Boston, they flew in the same day. They were missing like 2 starters.
Yeah.
They were up by 9 points with 3 minutes to go. And they blew it, which was terrible. But
you know what? Boston's got a little bit of a problem in the playoffs. A little bit of coaching problem. I don't know he's a great coach.
No, I agree.
They got talent.
Chris Finch on one leg could coach circles around him.
As Greeny says, I've never seen a team play with their food more when they're in the clutch than the Boston Celtics. They just stay around, look at each other. What do we do?
Josh, your third and final prediction, sir.
All right, so my last prediction, I'll start by saying I'm totally fine if J.J. McCarthy ends up sitting a year, but you hear so much about how he grinds, and I feel like there's a chance, that he maybe starts earlier. So on the chance that he ends up starting earlier, write this down. By the end of the 2024 season, J.J. McCarthy will have recorded at least 3,800 passing yards. So that'll put him up in like the top 6 for all-time rookie record, and at least 25 passing touchdowns.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Wow. Josh coming out swinging here.
I like it.
I'll write that down.
I like the enthusiasm.
Great stuff. Great prediction. Since you've got this life-changing platform here today, Josh, is there anyone in your life you would like to thank?
Yeah, of course. Definitely thank my dad and his dad for starting my Viking sports fandom. Even for my grandpa who buys me jerseys and bought me a rookie Christian Ponder jersey at one point. That's a gem.
Dude, do you still have that?
I do, I think. And I think
you should rock that proudly.
Younger, but yeah,
you should absolutely rock it
anymore. But and then I'll thank my brother too. We have enjoyed and been sad about many Vikings games growing up, and then now my wife has to deal with my attitude and no holes in the walls since Blair Walsh. But yeah, so
poor wives too. Like they sign up for us, which is a pain, and then they get our sports baggage, and it's just like, you don't deserve this. But it's too bad because I'm still going to bitch and moan about the team.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing, man. Josh, great stuff. Thanks for coming on, and we'll see you again sometime, all right?
Yep, thanks.
All right, there he is, guest listener, predictor, Josh. Before we make our 3 final predictions, a shout-out to our friends at Nicolay Law, the exclusive personal injury law firm of Write That Down, Minnesota Sports with Mackey and Judd. Now, Nicolay Law is very proud to serve and live in the Twin Cities community. You see him around maybe at your local gas station, walking the dog. Anyone out there could just be a Nicolay Law employee. They're just normal folks who happen to have law degrees here to help you get the compensation you deserve after an accident. Start your path to winning at nicolaylaw.com or give them a call at 1-855-NICOLAY. That's nicolaylaw.com or 1-855-NICOLAY. And our friends at Dennis Kirk are helping you prepare for riding season. Whether it's ATVs, UTVs, motorcycles, dirt bikes, DennisKirk.com has over 185,000 parts, apparel, and accessories. Same-day shipping on all orders placed before 8 p.m. Central Time. Free shipping on orders over $89. They also have all sorts of other fun tools on their website, like the Ride Finder tool, where you can enter your make, model, and year and find parts that fit your ride. DennisKirk.com, gentlemen. Okay, Judd.
Write this down.
Final prediction.
All right. By the start of the regular season in the NHL, Craig Berube and Dean Evison will have head coaching jobs.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, Dino.
Both of them. I think Dean's going to get a job. Might be Ottawa. Berube, interesting. Wild card. Might be Toronto.
When you say have jobs, does assistant
head
coaches
coaching
count?
No.
Head coaching?
I'm sorry. Yes, just I should be clear. Head coaching jobs.
Okay.
Yeah, because Dean could easily be an assistant.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Declan, your third and final prediction.
All right. You guys tell me if this is enough for a home run. So the spread in the Wolves-Nuggets game is 4.5 points. The Nuggets are 4.5-point favorites in Game 1 against the Wolves. If I say the Wolves win Game 1 by at least 8 points, is that a home run?
I think so.
They take Game 1 and by at least 8.
Because you're saying it's not even really that close of a game. Although there could be like a backdoor where it's a close game and then they just they're up by 3 and then they free throw their way to 8. But I think you're saying they're going to outperform the spread by 12 points. That's 100% a home run.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So they take Game 1 by at least 8 points. Write it down.
Okay, I think this is a bunt, but I'm gonna shamelessly do it because no one else has done it.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Happy Timberwolves Mediation Day to all who celebrate. Today is, I don't know if it's like a multi-day mediation. I don't think they're going to need multiple days based on this prediction. Write this down. The Timberwolves ownership situation will not be solved by this mediation session. There will be the next step, whatever it is.
Yeah, that is I feel like I would be mocked and ridiculed.
Mediation will not solve the Timberwolves ownership situation. I know it's a bunt.
Yeah. Might be less than a bunt.
What's less than a bunt?
What's less than a bunt?
Sticking your elbow out and getting hit by a pitch.
Yeah, exactly. With a guard on your elbow.
What is less than a bunt?
The old Ortiz move. Just stick your armor out. And
less than a bunt would be you swing and miss on a breaking ball strike 3 that bounces 4 feet in front of the plate over the catcher's head, and then you get first base.
I did that in Little League all the time. It's the only way I could get on first.
Would you swing on purpose at bad pitches?
Oh, yeah. I did it. It successfully worked.
It's behind you? Whoa.
Yeah. No, I did it. I proudly did it a couple. You can't steal first, so.
I just tried to draw walks.
Well, that was my first
goal.
I
was.
But then now you're down 0-2, and you got to reevaluate.
I sucked, but I was. So I played Little League circa 77 or so. I'm going to tell you right now, I'd be a darling because I drew a ton of walks. I worked counts because I couldn't.
You were like the Kevin Youkilis of
but
70s
at the time,
Little League baseball.
Your buddies think you suck, right? Because you can't get hits.
Yeah, you're a sissy because you don't swing the bat.
I was an OBP machine.
Yeah, OBP was very underappreciated back in the 70s.
That's what I'm saying. In the 70s, they didn't know what I was doing.
Yep. You were before your time, as with most things. Judd
right.
the sports dad.
Damn right.
There we go. Those are the Write That Down predictions, the accountability session here. Minnesota Sports with Mackey and Judd.